Spitzer.
Okay.
I've heard conflicting reports about the Moderna vaccine for COVID. Non-Moderna scientists work with the spike protein of the virus, evaluating its usefulness for an eventual vaccine using fetal stem cells. Moderna was not involved in any of the testing using fetal stem cells, but used these results in their vaccine development. Since I understand none of this, I rely on you. Is the Moderna vaccine ethical, Harry? And of course, you've been talking about your side and also the Lozier Institute, right?
Yeah, Harry, I'm just going to repeat what I've said before. You know, the generational impact, you know, of any fetal stem cell line on the Moderna vaccination has been judged by the Charlotte Lozier Institute, which is part of the Susan B. Anthony list, to be so remote as to allow the Moderna vaccination to be ethical. So on our website, the Moderna vaccination, which is one of the earlier ones that will be coming to market, is counted as ethical. And that's not me, that's really the Charlotte Lozier Institute that has that there. And so, you know, I know there are really well-formed conscience Catholics out there who are looking at this and going, boy, you know, no matter how remote that stem cell line, how unintentional the remoteness of the embryonic stem cell line may be, I just can't possibly discount it. You know, in my own conscience, I really think that because of this possibility, maybe not the actuality, I just can't take it. And if that's the case, if your conscience says, you know, I just cannot take this Moderna vaccination, then I would say do not take it. Go for one of the other 24 vaccinations that are listed there. If you go to my site, magicenter.com, and just click, and you know, when the search button comes up, just go to vaccine and you will see it. There's a whole host of really good non-Moderna, non-embryonic vaccines available. So, you know, feel free to really you know, take one of the other ones, and don't even take the chance of violating your conscience. But I think Charlotte Lozier is very good. You know, they made a good ethical judgment, and I have no reason to undermine that. I think they also are commensurate with the Catholic Bioethics Institute. I'm not absolutely certain of that, if I read it or not, but if they are, the Catholic Bioethics Institute, I can tell you, is a very good ethical source as well. So I think, you know, if that's there, the approbation of the National Catholic Bioethics Institute, if that's there, you should feel free, you know, in your conscience to take the Moderna vaccination.
Right, and I think it's also fair. I mean, people should do the basics to try to protect themselves from those kinds of things. But I mean, in the world we live in today, there's so much information out there. I mean, you can only do so much.
Yeah, that's right. And like I said, if it's really, really remote, you know, as to be ineffectual in the vaccination itself, then perhaps, you know, the Charlotte Lozier rationale is, you know, perfectly good.
Right. It's like the story that came out about some of the medication the president took, and all of a sudden there was this big thing about embryonic stem cell, and it turned out that wasn't true. So we have to be very careful about what we hear about and what gets proffered on the web or even in some of the mainstream media stories, because fact-checking ahead of time is not what people do anymore. They say it and then they allegedly fact-check it after. Post-facto checko is what we got going on.
Right.
Here's a question for you that's nothing to do with what's going on right now in the world.